Earlier, we have discussed about a petty businessman called Raju the Thelawala. Can we apply the different types of current assets in his case, ma'am?
Sure, Anil. Let's check how all these are applicable in his case. Going back to Raju the Thelawala, remember that he sold the vegetables for rupees 3,000. Last time, we assumed that he sold his entire stock of vegetables and he received cash of rupees 3,000 from his customers. This time, let's make some changes in his business dealings. Now, suppose he was able to sell only rupees 1,500 worth of vegetables out of the rupees 2,000 worth of vegetables he bought. Also, he has an informal agreement with some of his customers who pay him only once every fortnight. In other words, he offers credit to valuable customers. He sold the vegetables for a total of rupees 2,250, for which he received rupees 1,500 in cash, and the balance rupees 750 will be paid after 2 weeks. Remember, Raju's balance sheet looked like as shown on the screen after he bought his thela. He also receives rupees 1,500 in cash from some of his customers when he sold vegetables to them. So, his cash balance is now 10,000 minus 2,000 plus 1,500, which is equal to rupees 9,500. He has not sold rupees 500 of his vegetables, which will now show up as inventory on the asset side. It is specifically a current asset. He also has not received rupees 750 from some customers. This amount will now be entered as receivables on the asset side. It is again specifically a current asset. Here is the table of Raju's updated assets. You can see that his assets starts with the amount he paid for the thela, which is rupees 10,000. Then, as current assets, he has cash worth rupees 9,500. In his inventory, there is an amount of 500 rupees, while as receivable from some of his customers, he has an amount of rupees 750 only. So, his total current assets is 10,750 only. With the worth of the thela, his total asset is now 20,750.